I've been following fukushima-diary.com since right after 3/11/11, and Iori recently asked his readers, to do a video to the Japanese people to help them understand how the rest of the world feels. So, this is my video. My name is Diane Cohn, and I am a realtor, and I work in the Lake Tahoe area on the Nevada side in the US. So, first of all, Fukushima is an unmitigated environmental disaster. It has spilled trillions upon trillions of terabecquerels of radioactive waste into the oceans, and it continues to do this every day. In fact, I think it's up to quadrillions at this point. It's ongoing. It'll never stop. Well, maybe in 50,000 years. It's a disaster, and there's no way to stop it. I do not see any way to stop it. I think the government of Japan has lied to its people, covered up the truth. I think our own government in the US is covering up the truth about the US sailors who were exposed to the plume, who now have all kinds of health issues that you just don't ever hear about in the media. I do not think this is the fault of the Japanese people. This is just, it happened. There was an earthquake. The whole thing fell apart. It's a disaster. The only thing we can do now is admit that it's a complete disaster, face up to the truth, and do whatever we can to solve it as a human species. So far, it's been denial by TEPCO, cover up, denial by governments, cover up. Nobody wants to even look at this issue because it's so big and so depressing that I think people just can't cope. So, for anyone who's listening, again, Japanese people, it's not your fault. It just is what it is. And if you're listening, you really need to look at the facts of the situation. And if you care about your families, get out. Okay? Iori has worked really hard to spread the truth about this situation, and he works very hard to keep it factual. And he works very hard not to be a sensationalist or a propagandist. He's just laying out the facts, and it's depressing and overwhelming, and it's not going to stop. You need to face the truth, and if you care about your families, get out while you still can. I live on the West Coast. I'm concerned. I don't eat fish out of the Pacific anymore because weird things have been happening in the oceans in the last 2 years, culminating with the melting starfish and the sardines that disappeared out of Monterey Bay this year. I'm not eating food out of the Pacific anymore. If it's wild caught, I don't eat it. Now I look for, Chilean farm-raised salmon. I'll eat that. But it is what it is. It's not going to get better. I wish the nuclear industry would admit the errors here, and I wish that we could all just get together and fix it, but I don't have that much faith in humanity. I'm sorry. So on an individual basis, I would just say read through fukushima-diary.com, the entire thing. Read enenews.com. Granted, E&E News has a bias toward hype, but they do present a lot of facts. Read it from the beginning. If you do, you will understand how it's progressed, how it can't be stopped. So, make your choice. Good luck, and I want to thank Iori for all his work on this.